One of the key pieces here is what you're talking about. People are waking up to the fact that the police don't exist to serve and protect you. They are the first arm of the fucking state to keep you in order.
Yep.
And the fact that people are waking up to that, and I've talked about this before, that 5 years ago when the Baltimore riots happened, nobody I knew condoned that. Nobody. My whole feed, and granted I've added a lot of Bernie people, but I'm talking about people in our community. Nobody condoned that. Now, at the worst, I see people like, well, I wish that wasn't happening, but I get it. You know?
And here's the thing why it makes sense why they would funnel in the military people. These people are already used to being told what to do, commanded to do. They're still in that mindset. And you put them instantly, pretty much, into the police force. Don't even give them enough time to, like, deflate from the military, really. Yeah. And they're still in that military mindset, and then they just follow commands. So they still have this mindset of, like, I don't know. It's smart as fuck for having a police that is what you just said.
And they did it so quietly, and it's under the guise of...
You don't want people from the community policing over their community because they're not going to brutalize them if you tell them to.
No, if the workers rise up, they're going to be probably right alongside there and be like, yeah, I know I'm a cop and I get $60,000 a year and that's pretty good, but...
But that's fucking Ronny. That's Ronnie's boy that works at the steel mill. I'm not going to fucking hit him in the head.
Yeah, dude. I love that so much.
But when you're
100%. Wasn't it in like the first ever episode? Didn't we start the first ever episode when we were doing a test thing? You were like, I believe in racial, social, and economic justice.
Yeah, it was something like that. It might have been the first.
And dude, now that I'm like looking back on it and shit, that was like perfect. Like, because I was thinking when our 1 year anniversary, and you guys can tell me what you think of this idea, but when we do our 1 year anniversary, it'll probably be a little bit after because I already have enough workload, but I want to put together like a montage of like clips.
Remind me of the month again. I'm back.
It'll be July. I mean, like what is it? I mean, technically, like within a few days, I think will be like our first.
Really?
Pretty much, but I just am gonna go with July 1st.
Damn.
You know? Yep. And God, we've gotten a lot better, but yeah, like I want to do a montage thing for it, and I want to start it with that, where it's like a blank screen with like the Entitled Millennials logo, and just have it be that.
Yeah, we should.
That recording, and then just like show how, dude, it's gotten so much better.
Yeah, it looks like shit at the beginning. Let's be honest.
I wish I could like pull it up and show you guys on here because it's fucking. It's just hilarious. I'm going to kind of dig around here and maybe I'll edit around this, but yeah, man, it's hilarious like how bad it was.
Yeah, because this is episode number what? 37.
37. Yeah, here it is, guys. I want to show you our first ever episode.
I really want to.
Yeah, you can get drunk. I remember one time. I was a really bad kid. And
did we start it? Is it the first
really
one?
Nice, non-denominational church. But I had a lot of anger.
It's like we're in the 80s.
It does look like that, kind of. Yeah, I thought you guys would just want to see that because we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. So the conversation in that first episode was really good, though. Actually, like that bit we did about Leonardo DiCaprio, like just flying around a plane, telling people not to eat beef. It's pretty hilarious. So.
Dude, you know what's weird? I don't always like. It's hard for me to remember the conversation we have sometimes doing the podcast.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, it's not like having a normal conversation, so you're like...
It isn't. And
you're like on in a way.
Yeah. And you're putting on a show. And that's one of the things I've done a few interviews now. We've done a few interviews, and I've realized, like, not everybody's going to be good at this, even if they are, like, somebody that's, like, smart. And it's just, like, you kind of...
see people shut off, dude.
Yeah.
You see it in their eyes.
It's weird. And I'll say this, we never fully were like that. We always kind of were, and I guess it's because it's...
And it's just us. Like, it'd be a little different. There was, like, a camera crew and shit. I'd probably would have shut off. I think I'd still maybe shut off. I don't know. I'd have to experience it.
Yeah, you get used to it a little bit, too, and it's like, I don't get the jitters anymore at all now. The only thing I get is a little bit of anxiety of, like, let's do this type of shit, but...
Well, you know what I was thinking just now with how, like, we don't remember...
Yeah.
It makes me think, like, world leaders and major politicians, do they go into a meeting and they're kind of just putting on a show of power and shit, and then they come out of it wondering what the fuck just happened? Like, what was even just said?
Oh, yeah, because where they're doing, like, a PR type of thing, whatever it is.
Or they're just, like, freaked, like, they're in that zone, almost like we're in the zone now.
The mask zone.
Yeah.
Only that's, like, to the next level because it's, like, on broadcast television.
Yeah,
and, like,
I just wonder, like, so it makes sense sometimes, I guess, when politicians don't remember certain things. They probably, like, I don't know.
Oh, like with Joe Biden when he's like, poor, yeah, that's
I think it's a little different with Joe Biden.
But when he's like, poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Dude.
And here we go making fun of Joe Biden again, but it's great, dude. It's too easy
that's
material.
a sign that he might legitimately be a little racist inside, dude. That's like what a racist says without even realizing it's racist.
Yeah, like it's deeply seated in there to the point where it's like, yeah, you're not going to be good for black folks, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I want to show you something here, and so we've still got the pandemic going on. It's hopefully winding down now. See if I can get this on. It was a little bit tight, but so the pandemic's still going on, and it's hopefully going to be winding down. But I guess we'll see if we have another spike. And if we do have another spike, you're going to want one of these here. This is from my friend Lexi B. She owns a small business called Lexi B Crafts, where she does all kinds of stuff, but she has a real focus on like activism and political merchandise. And she donated this to me and to the show. She just recently became a patron, and she actually tweeted these out on Twitter, and AOC apparently saw it, and so AOC and like a bunch of Senate and all her people ordered a bunch of them.
See, that's
so I'll put a picture here for you guys.
See, that's why the part, like, I always bash social media.
Oh, this is actually really comfortable once you get it situated right.
I had a mask similar without the Medicare for All.
Yeah.
Once you get it to the point, it's good. Yeah. But if you don't, it's uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah. No, this is nice. I haven't had a chance to really wear it yet, but yeah, if you guys like this, you can check out her website. And she does all kinds of shit. She's got Bernie merch. She's got everything. I'm hoping to radicalize her, and maybe she'll start making some Marxist gear too, because that'd be awesome. But she,
Jesus,
she also made this "No Justice, No Peace" shirt. So if you're trying to get your activist merch fix, I'll put the link in the description box for you guys, so you can check out some of her shit and help out a small business. So. Anyway, I can't do a whole show with that. It sounds fucking weird.
And I will say, like, that's a cool part of social media is, like, a congressman, like a big congressperson, like AOC saw that, and then, I don't know. Like, that's cool. That's a cool aspect of social media.
Dude, she was backlogged for, like, 2 months on it.
Well, I feel like social media, not to just tap into,
and
like,
thanks again, Lexi. Appreciate it. Seriously, it's awesome.
Sorry to tap into it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But, like, I feel like that would be happening even more if the social media
wasn't
companies
fucked.
Weren't.
Yeah, because we don't even need to get into this again, but we've had this conversation 120 times. But it's just like it's such a pain in the ass. And one thing I do want to say is I was bitching about Reddit, but I'm figuring out how it works now. Like why I can't post the shit is because I haven't like. All the different subreddits have like different rules. Like you can't post until you've been around for three months because they don't want trolls and bullshitters.
Yeah.
And you have to like have a certain amount of karma, and then sometimes you just have to message the moderators. So I'm figuring that out, and I've had a lot of good feedback on it.
So we can make our own Reddit, right?
Yeah.
Is it like designing a website though? Because it just seems like some people have epic Reddits.
Yeah, you can do it just basic, but then there's probably some HTML shit. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm not going to fuck with that yet. We got enough projects. I'm trying to get the Twitter up and running again, guys, so try to put more content on there for you guys. So if you haven't already, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ENT Millennials. Oh, sorry. Coffee's hitting me here.
I don't know, dude. Coffee makes me burp, dude.
I know. Well, it's because I don't eat.
Neither do I.
And then
I fast all day, and I'm just like belching like I just pigged out on something, but it's just coffee.
It's because your stomach's like, dude, I need fucking food. But as you can see, I mean, I can't speak to Johnny, but I'm radicalizing here, guys. I got a fucking Democratic Socialists of America flag just came in the mail today. And that's actually one of the announcements I want to do is some local activists and Johnny's been in a transitionary period, but he's going to be getting on board with this too. We're going to be forming a North Iowa chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America. So we're in the bureaucratic steps for that right now, and I'm looking forward to it.
While Dylan and them do that, I've actually decided I'm not radicalizing, and I'm becoming more conservative. I believe...
Who are you voting for in the presidential election?
I'm writing in Mitt Romney.
Yeah. Dude, did you love that fucking... I'll share this up on here for you guys.
What is with that picture? He's like, there's something about it. It's
dude,
fucking...
it made me half hard, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put this picture up on here for you guys, but I shared out this meme on our Facebook page, which also follows on Facebook, right? And on our Instagram, but of Mitt Romney, like in this like really dastardly like pose, and he's got these like super tight sexy mom jeans on, and it's like these jeans kill fascists.
He's like if Jesus and Ronald Reagan had a son.
Yeah, bro, 100%, dude. The thing about Mitt Romney is like he is a dirtbag like all the rest, but you kind of want to like him.
Thing is, dude, I do think because of his Mormon shit, he's weirdly like he's doing the evil shit and stuff, but he's like nice. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he's genuinely probably kind of nice, even like if you know him behind the scenes. But
yeah,
it's weird.
And you go to his house, he doesn't have a TV and all that shit.
Well, and I do think these people like they do the evil corporate bullshit. Some of them without even fully realizing how fucked it is. It's like to them, it's just how everything works. It's how the system works.
They lack a big picture.
Yeah, they lack
perspective on it.
The realization they're not. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're fucking leaders. You're a goddamn senator.
They're just doing the job. Like, it's a career thing, just like if you do work at a corporation or you work at
and they almost laugh at the senators like Bernie or like Paul Wellstone or other ones who are like actually realize they're like senators. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, like it's not just a job or like a promotion. It's like I have a responsibility.
It's the big league scale of going to the local Democratic Party meetings.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucked up.
I know, man. And dude, on that subject, actually, so we've kind of been talking about. So we're organizing this DSA thing. We're not an official chapter yet. There's some, red tape that we got to go through. We have to have 5 dues-paying members, which we're going through all the rigmarole. But like, it's been nice talking with local activists because like we have like a game plan of what we're gonna do. Our first step after we're official chapter is we're gonna do stuff in the community, like small things to like increase our broadcast, increase the respect that we get for our organization, because people are gonna be like, oh, DSA, especially in the Midwest, socialists.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do things and hopefully, and this sounds cynical and gross in a way, but like hopefully publicize it a little bit. Like do stuff at the community kitchen, food drives. We just went to Black Lives Matter protest here in town to like show some solidarity, and Jan handed out PPE. We brought some provisions. Just anything and everything we can do, like maybe do a fundraiser to get a small park built somewhere. I don't fucking know exactly, but just different stuff to gain some respect for the organization, get members, and then we're gonna, hopefully get enough members where we'll be able to go to like the central committee or whatever, or the Democratic committee for this local area, and show up in numbers like 30 or 40 at a time. And then when the time comes for like revotes on who runs the shit, like just vote all of us in. And
it's the organized version of what we tried to do a few years ago.
Yeah, we learned from that.
How many people did we get to bring? Like, we brought a lot of people, and they fucked that up with that one meeting, dude. Remember like how they scoffed at us and shit?
Yeah.
Dude, like, we got quite a few people to go. Like,
yeah, we were just unorganized. We didn't know what we were doing. I mean, fuck, we were what?
Yeah, but dude, they have all these dumbass rules that don't make sense, and they're set up so new people can't come in and like try to be involved. It's fucked up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why like I kind of was pushing this idea and bringing it up, and I'll talk to Conrad more about it, but. Yeah, we're going to do that same thing, but, like, know what we're doing and know what we're getting into.
Read their stupid-ass little... What's it called? Their fucking stupid little rule book.
What's that called? It's not just theirs. It's, like, everybody's thing.
I don't like it.
Something's laws, something's rules. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Comments help us. Because we talked about this before.
Look it up. Political rule book.
Yeah. Somebody was talking about this before in the comments, and it's like, It's like David's Rules or some shit like that.
Yeah, and what makes this the God-given fucking book of politics?
I mean, look, it makes sense.
The Dictator's Handbook, that's what it is now.
Oh, yeah.
Came up on my shit.
Yeah. I don't know, but...
Yeah, they have their whole little rule book. I don't know.
It's a thing that is meant to exist to make me, like... But it can be good, and it's a good thing if it's used correctly, but, like, it can be used to shut shit down, just like they do in Congress and Senate.
Yeah, all it's that bullshit. Because I'd rather I've said this before, but I'd rather our congressmen and senators are like, fuck you on the Senate floor. I want to see that.
That's what I love about Parliament. Fuck yeah. And then they have the paper is probably the, agenda for the day.
Or I love when they mock someone and then, that side snickers or something. It's fucking funny.
Yeah, you don't have that in, any other government anywhere, dude. It's just like...
Well, and what was the, Nigerian one where they, beat the fuck out of each other?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, can you imagine, back during the Civil War days in the United States, right before that happened? Dude, shit was getting more and more tense about abolition and, states' rights.
That's why they have these stupid rules, right?
It's one of the reasons. It's other things, too, but it just developed.
I think we had this exact conversation on an older podcast.
Probably did. But, yeah, it's because one guy, jumped over the thing and, beat the shit out of another senator with his cane.
See, but...
It's let it happen.
Hardcore deja vu, but I gotta say this too. But I feel like even if the rules weren't in place right now, most of them are so corrupt and in line with each other that wouldn't happen anyways. There'd be one or two people who would get mad for real. Yeah. All the other ones are they're fake outrage anyways. They're all fucking serving the same fucking puppet master.
Yeah. Well, what about Anthony Weiner? He would disregard all that shit.
Dude, I know it sucks that he turned out to be a fucking weirdo.
A raper. Not a raper, but...
who knows? And you can go down the rabbit hole if you want to of what was found on his laptop by the New York Police Department.
Yeah, wasn't there Hillary Clinton's emails on there right now?
Supposedly dark shit.
Oh, no.
Who knows, man? And there was even officers involved that saw shit on the laptop who are now dead in weird ways.
No way.
Dude, I'm just saying. It's weird. You go down that rabbit hole. That's a good conspiracy rabbit hole.
Oh, man. That's fucked up. How was his politics, though? He was a neoliberal?
I mean, yeah, but he was I don't know. He was weirdly pretty progressive, I think, but I don't... I mean, he had that one speech where he shamed everyone for, voting against the 9/11 responders, and it was, good. And you could tell, it wasn't, him just being a neoliberal. You've watched that documentary, right?
Weiner? Yeah.
It's kind of epic because you like him. You're he could win this.
Yes. Dude.
I don't think he's pure establishment. It's weird. But he's married to, the servant of, the evil queen.
Yeah, so what is she? Who is she again?
She's Huma Abedin. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Connected to Saudi royals and, fucking intelligence. She
looks kind of
Yeah, dude. She's deeply connected to Saudi Arabia. What's that tell you about the Clintons? And she's Hillary Clinton's right-hand woman.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. I did know that.
Dude, she, proceeded... she had more power over the Hillary Clinton campaign than a lot of the Hillary official campaign top staffers. She wasn't part of the campaign. She's just Hillary Clinton's, I know all about this as I've read the book.
Sure. Also, I saw that book over there. What is that? Is that yours? Capitalism and Social Democracy?
Oh, yeah. I think that's what... Jordan sent me, and I fucking never read it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I still have... Oh, dude, Jordan, if you watch this, I'm sorry, man. I still have those books you sent me.
I'm sorry, too. I need to read that.
Fuck, what did I do with... I'm too much of a neat freak. It kicks me in the ass sometimes. But, dude, yeah, that Weiner documentary, though, the best part about that was when, more pictures came out. And the look his wife gave him, dude. I know. She was, on her... I don't remember. Maybe I'm misremembering, but she was, on her phone or something. She was just it's so fucked, man.
I know, and he just looks over at her
yeah, because he probably lied his ass off it was only
one thing. I don't even know if that documentary showed the darkest
no.
The kid shit. Did that even have it in it?
The 15-year-old?
No, but there's a photo where he's with his kid.
Oh yeah, it did show that.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing too. I'm watching that Epstein documentary, and it's definitely... I don't know if I'd say fluff piece, but it doesn't get into the deep dark. It kind of beats around. But
it's
there's
all
apparently
about young women, dude, or they're or teenage girls.
Yeah.
It never dwells into
the young
the actual children. Which I'm not saying is better that younger, young, but why not? Does it never touch that? And they always want to call it young women. Notice that they never want to say.
They never say girls. They never say girls because let's be real. At 15, it's a 15 or 16. Like you, okay, so you can call a 15 or 16-year-old girl a young woman.
They have the mindset of an 11-year-old a lot of the time.
But they are closer to children, man. Like, so it's an interchangeable thing. Young women, but no, they're children, dude. Mm-hmm. And that was the thing. You know, this documentary didn't go as deep as I wanted it to on some of the dark because it really just focuses on him and how it was all his fault. It doesn't tie the web. But that was the thing about it that was really powerful is like these girls talking about their experiences. And just the way they talked about they didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they could scream. They didn't like it just made me realize like, yeah, you're a kid. And it makes you realize like how molestation and rape and shit happens like that. I never thought about it, like, especially if you're a young girl or a young woman, whatever you want to say. That's an adult, and like you're just so wired in your brain at that point to just like you do what an adult tells you. And I never like I guess I knew that, but I never.
And the part where the girl talks about how like they sit down next to her and start like rubbing on her. God, it weirded me out, dude. I had to shut it off actually because I just wasn't in the mood to watch something dark.
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes and then I couldn't. I was kind of in the dumps yesterday, you know, and I was like, I can't put myself through this, and so I ended up watching Swiss Army Man. You ever seen that?
No.
With Daniel Radcliffe.
Isn't it where he's like dead?
Dude, it's the most out there movie I ever saw. It's fucking wild, and then we'll jump into some current events and shit, but. It's such a weird movie because like the main, and spoilers guys if you want to watch it, but the main character's like on a desert island. He's like gonna hang himself, and then he like sees this guy on the beach like washed up, and he goes, and the guy's dead, and he thinks he's and then he like fucking speedboats on his body like off the island because the gas is coming out of his ass from. And so he's like, and he like speedboats like, and then he just the body has all these abilities, and then like later, Daniel Radcliffe's character like comes back to life, kinda, and like he has to like teach him like how to be a human being.
Isn't he in another movie called Horns or some shit where he like?
Yeah, it was a movie or a show, but dude, it's funny to me because he made all of his money. You know, so now he's like he'll just do whatever fucking movie he wants.
I know a current event involving him actually. J.K. Rowling is like bashing trans people, and now he's like.
But it wasn't even bashing.
No, I know, but then he had to make an SJW comment, and I'm just like, God damn it, dude! I don't want to see the decay of the Pedos like people. Don't do this to me.
Yeah,
society's already falling apart. I don't want to see
away
that
Potter, dude. Yeah, I know, man. Like, dude. Jake, it's just the thing. Like, you can never be woke enough. You can never ever be woke enough. And like, dude, I read her tweet, and there was like another one she did a while back, and it's like, dude, all she's saying is that sex is a real thing. And look, thank God we're small enough where we can't really get canceled. But like, all she's pretty much saying is like, there's a difference between a woman that is biologically a woman and a trans woman that transitioned. Like, it's a different.
And I have a theory about
experience. It's a different experience.
Canceled too.
What?
You only get canceled if you allow yourself to get canceled and give in to them. If you tell them to fuck off and act like they're fucking full of shit, eventually people are just like, move on. It's when you give in and like beg for forgiveness.
Well, unless you're on a broadcast television show.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I mean, you can legitimately get canceled from your shit, like fired.
Yeah.
But if we're doing our own thing, like, how are you going to cancel?
Yeah, like with Joe Rogan, they just like, he's just like,
I mean, yeah, or even Trump, like, people want to cancel the guy, but you can't fully because he's fucking...
Well, he's a president, but I agree.
That's how he became president. He deflected it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, man, it's...
And also, before we touch into other stuff about Netflix and something good to watch, the Unabomber.
Oh, I'm going to watch that next. How is that?
It doesn't touch enough on the LSD studies done to him, the MK Ultra shit, dude.
Yeah.
Literally, it shows photos of him as like 16, 17, because he went to Harvard when he was like 16 or 17. Like, he was a genius. He has genius IQ, dude.
Oh, wow.
And, like,
I didn't know that.
It shows it before, and he just looks like nice. Like, you can tell he's smart, and he just looks like, you can see like kindness in him. And like it even interviews like people who he was friends with.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was kind of quiet, but he wasn't like antisocial by any means. And then once the study started, dude, you can see in the pictures, like, his shit changes, and he becomes really antisocial.
Damn.
And the whole shit of the study is to, like, they played a recording. Most of the recordings are sealed. They played one recording, though, of it. It's all about, like, critiquing everything about him and, like, making him feel like shit and breaking it.
Like,
all his beliefs. Like, they had, like, his college essays and shit.
That they did.
And they had, like, his college essays and shit, and broke down how his beliefs are stupid and naive and, like, pretty much, like, ruined his thoughts on the world and shit. It's fucked up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would fuck you up.
He accurately predicted, like, all the technology. And he's, like, a revolutionary, dude. He's not, like, just,
smartphones and social media companies.
Because he is nuts, because he killed all these people, and a lot of people were innocent.
For, like, no real... Like, well, what was the agenda?
He wanted to kill people leading in, like, technology fields. Like,
yeah, but, like, what's that going to do,
But, and the thing is, a lot of the times, it wouldn't even be the people he sent it to. It'd be, like, their secretary or fucking...
Wait, so what did he do exactly other than the bombings? The bombing.
Dude, he mailed bombs for 20-something years. That's what I didn't...
And they killed people?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
And he lived in a shed in the woods in Montana.
Damn.
Is it Montana? Or... Yeah, I think Montana. But so, dude, yeah, literally lived secluded in the woods...
Okay.
For years, and just made the bombs in this small-ass cabin. Pretty sure the cabin was, like, for sale.
Oh, yeah, no, I did hear about this.
But yeah, it's a small-ass cabin, dude.
Wow.
And then he would, like, travel to places and drop it off.
And what, he just, like, kind of predicted some of the technology and said it was going to, like, upheaval mankind? Like, what's his...
He was, like, talking about how these people want to... literally, like, with Alex Jones shit. And, like, what's actually, I think, they're on the agenda for these people. They want to, like, put themselves, like, merge with technology.
Yeah, like the transhumanist movement.
Yeah.
And but, dude, like, before... like.
And he has a manifesto calling for, like, revolution against it and shit.
Against technology. So, well, is that the thing?
The system.
Like, the system? Not necessarily.
And he talks about how we I don't know. It's weird. He's weirdly right. But he's nuts. But he is, like, a revolutionary. And he talks about how people are peaceful and shit. And he's like, they're going to have a conundrum when things have to get violent. Like,
the peaceful people?
Yeah. The way he said it, though, I was like...
Well, dude... He's
not completely wrong.
No, he's right, because, like, you can feel that going on right now.
Dude, it's weird.
And two things on this. And we have to backpedal a little bit. But first, I told that whole thing of him living in the woods. I told you about that dream I had where I was, like, on the run. I was living, like, in, like, the Pacific Northwest. And I had, like, a beard, and I was, like, fucked up, and I was probably 40-something, and... living out there because the revolution had failed or something. Like, I had a dream and it was very loose and it didn't have like details, but like this is where a lot of my great stories come from. As I start, I'll you know, when I'm walking around in my head cleaning, I'll be stitching shit onto this like baseline dream that I had, and it's like and it's like apparently the revolution failed and like all this shit, and then they extradite me to South Carolina, and I don't know, it just like made me think of what you were talking about.
Well, dude, and, like, they have this one guy on, and he's like, I think his manifesto is one of the most important documents, like, of the modern... Yeah. And, like, dude, I want to read it. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
And something else he did, he said he'd stop the bombings if newspapers published his manifesto.
Oh, yeah.
And at first the FBI was like, nah, and then they let him, and then that's how he got caught, because he has a brother and a sister-in-law.
Okay.
And they could, because he's a writer, you know, like, telling him the shit. They could tell from the, like, Unabomber's writing.
Should have got a typewriter.
No.
But that's technology.
No. Just from how he
wrote. The prose of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he said things that he said, and, like, yeah. So his own brother is the one that fucked him.
But wow.
It's his own fault. Like,
yeah.
But, dude, it's weird, like...
Should have got a ghostwriter.
I always just thought the Unabomber was some loony fuck, and he is.
Yeah.
It's definitely not normal. It's not normal to want to bomb people and kill people. But he's weirdly not just a giant crazy kook. Like, he's a genius, and he is like a revolutionary, not just...
Yeah.
And I'm not pro-Unabomber here. No. I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
dude.
He's an interesting person.
Look, John, we already talked about transgender people in a negative way, so, dude, like, let's not go there,
and he, like, attacks the FBI for their incompetence.
Yeah.
It's just... Dude, you'll laugh. The way he talks...
I'll check that out, man.
He's like, I never knew the FBI was as competent as they are until I experienced my own case from within.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's fucking wild. Yeah. And okay, so this is unrelated, but what you said about that experiment that they did where they like fucked with him and tore apart his like beliefs and shit. This just reminded me of a conversation I had with a fellow writer friend recently, and I won't say her name because I don't want to reveal, but she writes fiction and shit how I do, and she like messaged me like late the other night saying that her boyfriend like took one of her writing projects, you know, didn't delete it or whatever, but like completely rewrote it like how he would write it, and then titled it "This Girl's Name Sucks," and like fucking I don't know, like to like show that he could write too. And like what, I don't know why this just came to my mind, because like that's so fucked, dude. Like that's the same sort of thing of like you're trying to tear somebody down. Like that's so petty and gross, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be one thing. I don't like how he named it. Her name sucks too. That's just nefarious. But
Yeah,
it'd be one thing to do it, like copy it, and then like make sure you save the original one, and then do it jokingly. Maybe it could be done in a joking manner. But yeah, the way he did it is gross as fuck. Yeah,
and I could just tell it was like one of these things where it's like trying to tear her down, and like, and you know, being a writer myself, I just like that I'm not sensitive about a lot of shit, you know, but that's something I am sensitive about, because you put so much time and effort into your work, and then reception's everything, whether you want it to be or not. I don't care how people feel about it, but you do. And like that would just like, if Shannon did that to me or something like that, just I don't know, it's fucked up. But I know that's unrelated, but I'm gonna grab some coffee quick.
Or I take one of your stories and I make it into a masterpiece, break your heart.
Well, hey, if you did that yeah, that's fucked up.
Medicare for all. I just want to try this on quick.
You're gonna get COVID that way.
Oh yeah.
We're
transferring the disease.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna pee quick too, dude. I'll cut it out if we need to. Alright, we're back. Speaking of interruptions, I fucking last episode we did that where I took intermission and I forgot to cut it out.
Really?
Unfortunately, there wasn't anything bad that we said like in between. But there was like 7 minutes of you just like on your phone.
Yeah, dude.
and I don't know how I came across it, but I went back to look at comments, and then I just happened to land on that part, and I was like, oh fuck. Nobody pointed it out. I guess they liked it. If you guys like this, to leave intermissions in, I guess. But anyway, let's get into a little bit of current events. It's kind of nice just to talk about whatever, because God, it's a depressing time, but it's also just there's a lot.
I've honestly needed to take like a, that's why I'm not even like fully looking at the messages and shit of the.
Yeah.
I'll get involved with it shortly, but
I've been kind of the same. I haven't been sending stuff
because dude, I just feel like, God damn it, I don't know.
What do you feel?
They're never gonna let us fucking do anything, dude. They have too much power, and it feels like they're just biding their time until technology is where they need it to be for some certain agenda. I don't know. That's like this weird sense I get, and I don't know. It's just I'm talking out of my ass, but
yeah, because
they're fucking us so hard with little regard. It's like they know by year 20 at whatever
we'll reach the singularity, and we won't have to fucking.
So they're just biding their time.
Yeah. Dude, that's the thing is like, you know, I've been studying a lot of like Marxist and literature and stuff. And did you have a chance to watch that little short?
No, not yet.
You should listen to that, because like
I'm gonna go on a bike ride later.
You should do, because like that's one of the things of dialectical materialism is studying human history from like a material scientific point of view. That's like what Marx kind of pioneered. Mm-hmm. And he talks about every system has conflicts in it, right? And if there is no way to resolve those conflicts, that system will inevitably come to an end. Every single one, like the emperors in the Roman Empire, the feudal age, and this and that, coming to an end, you know. And then we had bourgeois democracy, and capitalism was coming around into its own when Marx wrote Das Kapital and the Communist Manifesto and stuff. And the biggest, he points out these conflicts that are like irresolvable, and one of them kind of is like what you're talking about. Like the point one of the things capitalists do to make more money is always cut on labor costs. Either they can automate or they can ship jobs overseas. And as they do that, they build more and more capital for themselves. But they end up eating their own tail because you have this surplus of shit. If you're not paying your workers enough, or even in the future you're talking about where the workers aren't even employed anymore, and it's just billions of unemployed masses, then who's going to buy the shit that allows you to like continue being a capitalist? Do you know what I mean?
What the fuck is their agenda? I don't know. It freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Maybe they have good intentions in mind. They're going to build a Star Trek universe, but with kid raping. Imagine Star Trek universe, but kid raping. Like, that's their vision. You know?
It's not even like I can't even like smile at your joke.
I know it's not really a joke. Actually, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up, dude.
but that's the thing, and that's why, like, dude, eventually, and dude, in that interview I sent you, he talks about like, dude, it's coming to an end. Like, they thought it was going to be with like Lenin and stuff. They thought it was in the time period, but the inequities like weren't fully developed enough, and the proletariat wasn't fully developed enough. Dude, the proletariat now, just by sheer mass of population, is like 600 times bigger than it was during that time period. Like, when we see mass protests and shit, it makes the ones look like, even the Million Man March. Dude, we do Million Man Marches on the reg now. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. But he talks about the system's really starting to come to an end. Like, there was a period in the 70s and 80s where this issue of, yes, we can overproduce. We have more homes than there are homeless people. We have so much shit, but we can't sell it because they were cutting down the wages in the 70s and 80s. So no one's able to buy it. And they're like, oh, fuck. Like, there was all these tensions that happened. There's recession, big shit, and then we had Reagan. How do we solve it? And you know what their solution was? Credit cards. And this is something we knew. And so now, dude, we're at a stage where the only reason anyone is able to live a middle-class life and like own a home and own 2 cars and this and that and put their kids to school is because they own 10 times what they make in a year in debt.
Yeah.
And this is kept, it's like, you know that fucking Flex Seal commercial? You see the memes where it's like,
yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm going to make a meme of that, actually. I should do this, where it's like, no one can buy anything and the economy is going to collapse. Credit. And that's what, and now it's reaching the point where like nobody will ever be able to pay off their credit, and we have these huge bubbles that happen, like the housing
so
loan.
many people our age who laugh at the idea they're gonna pay that shit off.
Yeah,
it's just like, we're not paying that shit.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? Throw it? They probably will start throwing us in cells though.
Yeah, maybe they'll bring back debtors prison. But yeah, and that's like what the big thing is. Like, now we're seeing that come to a point where it's like, and as automation continues, and they're trying to build this world where they can live in their like biodomes and like this and that and their pleasure orgies, it's like there's still going to be billions of us, like, you know, scraping out and existing on this charred, desolate planet and shit. Yeah. You've seen that movie Elysium? It's kind of like about that. Yeah, and I don't know, shit's coming, dude, and it feels kind of good. And I know
it freaks me out, and I don't want to have this defeatist attitude either.
No,
because that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we gotta stop being naive pretty fucking quick too, and I don't see that either.
Yeah.
I see a lot of fucking naive, and I see a lot of vague descriptions and demands.
Yes.
Dude, stop with the vagueness. I don't like, dude, I'm honestly like, you brought up like the Medicare for all. Dude, it was dumb. Should have been single payer the whole time.
Yeah.
With the fucking stupid labels. Defund the police. What does that mean? Does it mean abolish the police? Does it mean cut the military funding? Like, it could mean 20 different things.
Yeah.
And then you fucking, it does feel intentional to me to muddy the waters, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not intentional of like, I don't know, dude. I think we got to be worried of people infiltrating the movement and doing shit like that, sly little things that fucking muddy the waters, and then allow them to come in and like criticize and critique it and rip it apart and ruin it.
Yeah, I agree with you to an extent, and we did have a conversation about this where it's like, I don't think it's intentional, right? Like
I just don't. I'll say anything.
I understand, and I'll say this about you.
I see
there's always puppet hands.
Yeah.
And look, 90% of the time there's puppet hands.
No, I know.
But not every time.
No, I know. I know that.
And that's what's dangerous about conspiracies and shit is like it's and at least you can check yourself. But I don't think it's intentional. The point that I made is it's like, I'm gonna hold up a sign that's like, we need to get rid of riot gear and tear gas, and we need to, and it's just like a fucking, and you have to chant it. So, like, these things happen because it's a slogan that empowers people, right?
That's the thing. If you're going to have the slogan, though, you need to have the demands of what that slogan actually means.
Yeah.
Prepared with the slogan.
And they do, but it's just, and this is why I made that video about defund and disbanding the police, to be informative about this. Like, because there's people that don't understand, even people on the left that are like, no, right?
Yeah.
But, we do have that prepared, but it's like, dude, the people who aren't going to listen, and, like, they aren't going to, it's just how it is.
And like Kyle Kalinske says, there is something to say about making outrageous demands, so when they get muddied down, they actually become the demands you kind of actually wanted, but you make outrageous ones because they're gonna try to take from whatever demand you make anyways.
Yes.
So they're gonna have to take from the outrageous shit, so it becomes, it's like what the South Park creators did with what was that one puppet movie, Team America?
Oh yeah.
Apparently they made super outrageous scenes, like 10-minute like intercourse scenes with the puppets, and, like all this outrageous shit. So they would take that shit out and keep some of the actual outrageous. Yeah,
that's genius.
It's literally
because like you can't cut.
Yeah, they can't cut everything.
That's too much time and money too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's fucking epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the thing. Start full bore communist, end up democratic socialist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
in a way, yeah. Well, fuck, 100%. Start democratic socialist to get some actual fucking liberalism.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, can't even get that right now.
Yeah. Can't even
fucking ridiculous.
Have you looked into, so there's a lot of shit going on right now. Minneapolis is going to, it seems like this is actually going to go through. They have a veto proof.
I'll believe it when I see it. I think they're just trying to like save their own asses right now too.
They could be.
They saw what happened to that mayor and they're like, oh shit.
They could be. But even if they don't, we're going to see big reforms either way, I think, because I think they know, they're smart enough politically to know that, like, yeah, you could say all this pretty shit and then no, snake around. But the next time somebody gets killed in Minneapolis like that, you're going to have the same thing you just had. So I think they know they have to do something. So, I mean, what do you...
it's just weird because Minneapolis is always like a chill big city.
It's weird that this happened here, man.
No, but I've seen other shit happen. Like, I think the cops are a little bit out of control there, like have been. And then I shouldn't say a little bit. They obviously are. Yeah. But compared to other big cities, they're tame, and that's what's fucked up in this country.
That's scary to even think
about.
Like
literally, like they're like the tame big city police compared to like
fucking Baltimore, dude.
Yeah.
Baltimore's so bad.
Chicago.
Yeah, I don't even know about Chicago necessarily, but we all know
Chicago's a shithole, dude. I went there once. I'm sure there's nice parts. Yeah. I was not a fan. A little bit I saw.
Go to the North Shore where all the rich people live.
See, I didn't like, dude. Like right Minneapolis, I'm like, ooh, I like this place. Like, I like being in Minneapolis. I love Minnesota.
It, dude.
And
Minneapolis
maybe it's because I'm from here too. But I guess Chicago's Midwest too. It just doesn't feel like it.
Dude, no, Minneapolis is an amazing city. Like, there's something about it, like, because it gets so cold there.
St. Paul is essentially, like, they're two cities in one.
Yeah, the Twin Cities, But yeah, I love it up there, man. I've been to a few other cities, and, admittedly, I haven't had a chance to really explore them, but I've been to Denver. I've drove through Birmingham. I've been to Miami, and Miami's really cool because it feels like Atlantis. But Minneapolis, St. Paul just feels so good, man. Like, I don't know what it is about
weirdly,
it.
Like, Madison, Wisconsin
like the alleyways.
Is no way Minneapolis big, but I like Madison, Wisconsin for like what would you call
mid-size? It's like 100,000.
Yeah, I just like it. It's pretty small.
I didn't like it.
Really? I like the way the buildings are.
There were some nice buildings that I enjoyed, but I don't like the way it was set up. It just felt weird to me.
I don't know. I weirdly love the setup there. Every time I've gone to Madison, I'm like, I like it here.
I just love in Minneapolis, like Dinky Town's just like a really old industrial part of town, and you're like, whoa, this is sweet. But yeah, so they're talking about disbanding the police, and I'm feeling pretty confident that that's going to happen, man. What do you think about it? Like, what if you had the magic wand? What would you be doing to solve police violence?
Well, cut the fucking military equipment funding and all that shit.
Yeah.
Quit that bullshit. I would purge these police departments and hire new people.
That's
with different training.
And that's what this disband thing is about. Like, dude, people are freaking out about disbanding the police. It's not what you think. There's going to be a police department. They're defunding it. The idea is this, and they're still hashing out the details, but the idea of disbanding is they're going to defund it probably over, 3 to 5 years and dismantle it while they're building a new one. Like, this is how it works. Like, you're tearing down this other one and defunding it, and you're starting to build up a new one with, like you said, demilitarization.
It's like they're tearing down a criminal syndicate, though. Like, and
it does. Be careful, dude. It does. Well, dude, that's what they fucking are.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's weird. Like, a lot of it, they've gotten so out of control. Dude, the politicians are afraid of the police. And they're not just afraid of the police union for political purposes. They're afraid these people are going to fucking kill them. Yeah. That's what they do. Dude, and that's why there are so many bad cops. Dude. You don't go against these cops because as another cop, because they either you're going to get fucked with by the other cops or they'll even fucking kill your ass.
Yeah, and make it like, oh, it was an accident. They'll wait for the right moment when you're raiding a house. And and like, say you're the guy that wants to kill this other police officer, and you go into raid a house. You have it all prearranged, and maybe your chief's in on it too.
Yeah.
And I know this sounds crazy.
Not really.
But everyone kind of that is involved in it knows, like, we're gonna have Danny Boy take the right. Charles, you're gonna take the left. We've seen the layout of this house. They meet in the kitchen, and when you come around, you're gonna pop him.
Yeah.
And be like, oh fuck, I thought it was.
Yep.
And you're going to get paid leave. You won't be on the force for 2 years, but we'll make sure your union contract don't get fucked with, but we got to get rid of him.
Exactly.
It's not fucking... this shit happens,
I love
man.
Jimmy Dore's takes lately, dude.
Yeah.
God, like, I don't...
Like on what?
Just the cops.
Yeah. Did you watch that video?
Steroids.
Yeah. Did you watch that video he posted? I think it was today.
No, I haven't seen a shit today.
It was the speech with that cop that was like, they're treating us like animals.
What the fuck?
Are you fucking serious?
Dude, it's like they're purposely trolling us to piss people off, dude. Like, but I think he actually probably believes what he's saying.
Yeah, it was such a fiery speech, and it's like, meanwhile,
dude, we wouldn't hate you if you were... Dude, and another thing I would change, stay the fuck home until you're called, like the fire department. Quit going out patrolling for trouble to ticket us.
Yeah, quit that shit.
Literally, if you drive around Mason City at night, it feels like we're in a prison, dude.
I know.
We're all over, and all we're doing is driving around. Why? It used to be you drove around Mason City on the loop. There wasn't cops on every fucking corner.
You'd maybe see one or two every fucking week, dude.
Or fuck, even looking at the footage of to bring up that Unabomber documentary for this, if you look at the footage of the cops back in the 80s and shit, dude, they're going up to bomb scenes and shit just dressed in the normal police gear, not dressed in riot gear and fucking like they would be now.
Well, maybe that's ridiculous in that scenario, but I get what you say.
They show up in fucking army gear for petty bullshit now.
Yeah, or there was this thread going on a meme or something, a picture where it's like, when was the first time you had the police pointed a gun at you? And I had never thought of it, but I was fucking 14.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had a gun.
And you know what I was doing?
What?
Me and Trey were at that old cement plant.
Oh, yeah, I remember this
beating story. On the, because it gets caked in the cement dust, and we're just 14-year-old kids. Shouldn't be there. We're trespassing, but we're just kids fucking exploring, fucking around. And we were, like, pretending we were, like, mining or doing some shit, like, and knocking off the cement dust.
Yeah.
Somebody called the cops, and we saw them. Because this is, like, up top, and, like, you could see down there. And we saw them, like, and we're like, oh, fuck, let's get out of here. So we tried to beeline and get the fuck out of there. Meanwhile, we should have just stayed up there because they never would have been able to get in there. Like, they wouldn't have bothered. But we, like, beelined and, like, went down the cement or the sand pile that, like, leads up to the roof. And they fucking came around the corner and, like, dude, what if one of them would have misfired? Like, just was too... and she would have killed us.
Yeah.
Man. And then I saw some people, like, some of the black folks that were posted on there, 9-10 years old. Yeah. I've just seen all these stories. Like, I've always known it was an issue in this country, but it never, until this, like, it never struck me just how fucking bad it was, dude. Well, these people are out of control.
Dore posted a video. It was from CBS, like, 60 Minutes, interviewing a guy. Dude, white nationalists have infiltrated the cops. Like,
and they're coordinating right now.
Well, dude, he talks about how they abandoned the long hair and beards to put on suits and ties and fucking infiltrate police
and a nice
become
badge,
polished people
But it looks just like Gestapo, don't it?
I mean, it makes sense to do it that way instead of being these, like, out of society people infiltrate the society. And
yeah. Well, dude,
makes sense.
And dude, you know, we hear a lot about Biden's 1994 crime bill. And that was obviously the 3 strikes, the yada, 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 all that shit. I'm sure you guys already know. But Obama fucking, you know, after several years of being in Iraq and Afghanistan, we had all these fucked up veterans, and, like, nobody knows what to do with them. They can't hold jobs because they're fucked up. Like,
That's the other thing. They infiltrated the military, white nationalists.
Oh, yeah. I know, dude. I know. And God, I wish the left was doing, like, just so much things I wish the left was doing.
The scumbags always know what to do, and we're always just naive as fuck. That's what pisses me off.
Because we're idealistic, and we don't want to be like that. But
yeah, we gotta be, dude. And that's the thing, like, it does suck, but we gotta be dirty. Like, even with Bernie.
Allegedly.
Like, even with Bernie. What
allegedly
the fuck,
dirty, right?
Bernie had to go dirty on Biden.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, man. Well, anyway, what I was saying with Obama is he passed a law with a bunch of other police reforms, and the law took these fucking people that were, and I mean no disrespect, it's not their fault that they're fucked up because they get brainwashed into being racist, they experience fucked up shit, they have head trauma from... Yeah. Dude, one of those explosions from a fucking car bomb is enough to give you brain trauma just from the reverberation in the street.
Yeah.
You don't even have to get blasted back or hit with a brick or nothing.
Yeah.
And they took all these people, they didn't know what to do with them, they couldn't get regular jobs or this and that, and under the guise of patriotism and we're helping our veterans, funneled them into law enforcement. It's like, these people should not be in law enforcement, and that's no disrespect for them. They should be going to regular treatment, drug treatment, like they should be getting taken. First off, if you're a veteran and you had to go and put through that sort of shit, you should never have to work a day in your life ever again unless you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just funneled them in the police department. It's like, dude, you can't have those kind of people doing that.
Well, dude, why are the cops saying, like, that one woman, she asked the cop, what are they going to do to her if she doesn't go in during the curfew? And the cop's like, we're going to start beating the fuck out of you. Why is a police officer talking to a citizen like that? And then you see these videos of them, like, just looking, they're ready to fucking brutalize people, dude. A lot of these cops are. You see it in their eyes. They're asshole scumbags. They should not be... Dude, I wouldn't even want them sent to an Iraqi village because of what they'd probably do to the Iraqi people.
Yeah.
Yet alone, we're making them in charge of us.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, and I think people are realizing they're not serving us. That's the whole point.
That's what's beautiful about this moment, right? Dude, shit's fucking changing, dude. Like, dude, we are waking up to the real proletarian revolution. And I don't think it's... For a moment, I was like, "Oh fuck, did it happen already?"
So were they in the '60s, and look what happened.
That was even. This is even different because that wasn't just like, dude. People are really. That was huge, but people in that time still had a faith a little bit, and there was plenty of communists and things like that, and socialists. You know, Angela Davis, fucking Huey P. Newton, fucking, you know, Malcolm X. I wouldn't say he's a communist socialist, but still very There was that going on. But a lot of the movement that was going on, even the anti-war movement and stuff, because we were living in the Cold War, people weren't ready for communism or socialism and, like, changing the actual paradigm of civilization. Dude, because of that crisis that I was talking about that's building to where it's irrevocably fucked, people are waking up to the idea that they were waking up to at the turn into the 20th century of, like, an actual fucking revolution that creates a workers' state. And I don't mean, like, full-bore sickle hammer communism. I mean, like, workers owning the means of production, all this sort of shit. And it's exciting to see. And, like, one of the that's one of the key pieces here is what you're talking about. Is people are waking up to the fact that the police don't exist to serve and protect you. They are the first arm of the fucking state to keep you in order.
Yep.
And the fact that people are waking up to that, and I've talked about this before, that 5 years ago when the Baltimore riots happened, nobody I knew condoned that. Nobody. My whole feed, and granted I've added a lot of Bernie people, but I'm talking about people in our community, nobody condoned that. Now, at the worst, I see people like, well, I wish that wasn't happening, but I get it. You know?
And here's the thing, why it makes sense why they would funnel in the military people. These people are already used to being told what to do, commanded to do. They're still in that mindset. And put them instantly, pretty much, into the police force. Don't even give them enough time to, like, deflate from the military, really. Yeah. and they're still in that military mindset, and then they just follow commands. So they still have this mindset of like, I don't know. It's smart as fuck for having a police that is what you just said.
And they did it so quietly, and it's under the guise of...
You don't want people from the community policing over their community because they're not going to brutalize them if you tell them to.
No, if the workers rise up, they're going to be probably right alongside there and be like, yeah, I know I'm a cop and I get $60,000 a year and that's pretty good, but
that's fucking Ronny. That's Ronnie's boy that works at the steel mill. I'm not going to fucking hit him in the head.
Yeah, dude. I love that so much.
But when you're fucking...
100%.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know? I just like really pictured that, dude. It's fucking that's funny. Yeah, man. And the thing is, dude, how many people have actually not even just been grievously hurt from the way that the police are handling this, but people have died.
Well, yeah.
People have fucking died. Dude.
My boss at work was like, "There's been cops killed during all this too," and I'm like, "Dude, yeah, I'm not like gonna like rejoice that the man died or that the cop died, like the person. All right, I'm not gonna rejoice over it like some sick fuck. But do you not see what they're doing? Or how about the drive-by pepper sprays of people holding signs?
You're okay with that? Like, if you're okay with,
because you know the cops are doing it and going like snickering like
they
some
can
high
get away
school
with
assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
and well, that's who's in the police.
Dude, they literally had the mindset of like when we went paintballing during homecoming, which is fucked up.
Yeah,
should never have done it. Allegedly did it, you know.
Allegedly,
you paintball fucking homecoming kids. It's like a town tradition. It seriously is. Like certain kids roll around paintball guns and paintball fucking homecoming kids. It's like what you do.
Dude, it's weird funny,
that no one gets seriously hurt. Probably shouldn't do it. I don't condone it.
All it takes is one fucking asshole to hit somebody in the eye.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, dude, I don't condone it now. I would never do it now, but when you're a high school kid, it's funny. But it's like they still have that mindset of doing that to people.
Did somebody paddle you?
No,
Did you get chased?
Dude, I was friends with the kids that got paddled, and I was not dumb enough to walking around at night knowing there was people out paddling and paintballing, dude.
That's
common sense.
I don't think paintballing might still be a thing, but I don't think the paddling's a thing anymore, man.
It's assault now.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get assault, dude. Some kids,
which you probably actually should. I mean, because dude, that's Here's the thing, like,
dude, I heard about people putting like tacks and shit on it. That's not funny. The paintballing's a little funny to me, dude, because like you hit them a couple times.
Yeah.
It's gonna leave maybe a welt. And yeah, if you hit them in the eye, it's fucked up. But typically, you know, you fucking aim
for the legs.
That's why as cops, they don't have to aim for the fucking head. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, or the fucking chest.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. I mean, man, yeah. The paddling, dude, that's so traumatic too. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, the paintball, you're not going to get traumatized by that. You're going to get pissed and you're going to be humiliated.
Yeah, dude, even at the time, I thought the paddling shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
But the paintballing, I think, is a little fun.
Even though it was kind of being phased out when we were in high school, because they were kind of like...
Yeah.
People would get paddles and like but nobody usually did anything. They just would scare freshmen. That's kind of... that tradition, okay. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But... I'm not even gonna say this on a podcast, actually, but but I used to fuck with kids, man. I told you that one story.
Oh, I know I fucking know your fuckery too. Is from the middle school era.
No,
slapping the fuck out of me with your orangutan slaps.
Yeah, I wanted to be cool, Johnny. I'm sorry. I know.
That shit hurt, dude.
I was trying to be cool, man. Yeah, that's actually how Johnny and I became friends. Is I used to bully him with his older cousin.
But dude, it was lighthearted bullying.
It wasn't. I wasn't.
I'd rather the physical slaps than what some fucking kids do mentally, dude. The sociopathic fucks.
Yeah.
Dude, kids are there's certain sociopathic kids. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. They're still sociopaths. The kids that fucked with me, I can go look at them now. They're still fucking weirdos.
Well, they should join the police force.
Yeah, exactly. No. They went to college and fucking
run a corporation.
Yeah, they're gonna run a business.
That's great. But dude, did you see about this black fellow in Oklahoma?
Did not see that one.
He fucking... I'm
gonna go pee quick.
Yeah, go ahead. But there was I just actually stumbled across this article right before the podcast here. But there was a black man in Oklahoma who was being detained by the police, and they got him like next to the curb and shit. It's kind of similar to the George Floyd incident, and you know they're fucking choking him out and putting pressure on him and stuff. I guess his name, I'm sorry, it was Derek Scott. He's 42 years old, and apparently he was repeatedly asking for his medicine and saying he can't breathe, and then he ended up later dying in the hospital. They released some footage from it. Oklahoma City Police Department, 3 officers are seen restraining the man, Derek Scott. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can see the picture there. Yeah. And let's see. And then he's getting choked out and whatnot. And one of the officers, Jared Tipton, said, "I don't care." He repeatedly was begging, saying, "I can't breathe." Care. And he said, "I don't care."
Yes, they don't.
What the fuck, dude? I just don't understand. Did that guy die? Yeah.
And that happened recently? After the one in Minneapolis?
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry, guys. This happened, the footage just got released. But it happened in 2019. But the footage just got released on May 20th.
Why did they release it right now?
Something, or very recently. I don't know.
Wow, they really do want to stoke shit in this country, though, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, it does feel like I don't know, something's being stoked. Some shit's going down.
You're probably right, but, yeah, shit's fucked up, man. It's depressing to even look at, because you're hearing all these stories, individual stories, and it's fucking God. But I feel like something's going to be done, dude, and, I know you're a little bit cynical, but, look, I ain't saying the whole system's going to be changed and we're still gonna have enough bullshit, but I feel like at least in some cities across America we're gonna get some changes and less people are gonna die from it. And this is the argument I made to you, is we need to continue to be a little bit cynical and focused. You gotta
go beyond cities though. What about rural fucking...
I agree, but we're gonna see some changes, and considering we're in this for the long fight our whole lives, when we get a victory, little as it may be, we gotta fucking relish it and let that motivate us to the next one and encourage us.
I'm just I'm to the point where I despise the idea of little capitulations from these elite folks.
Oh, I'm the same way.
I just want them fucking...
I'm the same way.
Tried in a public court. I want some but I want it done through
actual court.
Yeah, I don't want it done in a rage of mad... I mean, I know, I love that, but dude, it would be cool to have these people tried for the shit they're doing, and legitimately.
Yeah.
But dude, the shit's so big and so dark, it'll never happen.
And in an ideal world where it happens across the board in other countries as well, and we have an international tribunal for this shit.
It'd have to be.
Yeah, exactly.
They've done
some UN shit,
crimes
but
against
legit.
humanity. They've done
exactly. That'd be amazing. But speaking of little victories, and I think this would be a good place to end it, a battle cry from Appalachia. Progressive Paula Jean Swearingen wins U.S. Senate primary. Swearingen. Whatever. Progressive Paula Jean wins U.S. Senate primary in West Virginia. So if I am honest, Johnny, you're a lot more all the more stuff.
She ran in 2018, I believe, to primary Joe Manchin for his Senate seat.
You know more of the details of individuals than I do.
Yeah, she's part of the Justice Democrats.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's progressive as fuck. She's from that video that people have seen where the woman's crying, asking Bernie for help, and then Bernie hugs her and says he doesn't want to overpromise.
Yeah.
It's her.
Yes. So what's some of the things she's running on? Medicare for All, Green New Deal. She was a coal miner's daughter and granddaughter with progressive vision for West Virginia. Won the state's Democratic primary for U.S. God, dude, having another progressive senator would be amazing, man. This movement is a battle cry from Appalachia and for people across the country. Paula Jean said in a statement after a victory, West Virginians are done waiting for politicians to do the right thing. The people of this state are ready to return our government to one of, by, and for the people. Yeah, nearly 40% of the vote. Beat out all the others. That's awesome, man. So obviously that's just the primary, but...
I mean, she's the nominee for the but they're right-wing as fuck, but...
Yeah, but that's the thing. We've seen...
changing, potentially. That's the hope, right?
Yeah. But here's the thing is we have seen that right-wingers can be won over by progressives that are like...
Well, and she's like true. She's their culture. You know what I mean? She's not some fucking Teresa Greenfield.
Yeah.
Who's gonna fucking... Dude, if Teresa Greenfield wins, I'm gonna be amazed.
Not gonna happen. People like Kim Reynolds, especially since she opened the bar.
It's Ernst.
Oh, is it?
It's Ernst.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. My bad. But, yeah,
the thing is, Ernst has their own stupid scandals that could be critiqued upon.
But they won't.
No.
They don't care. They want to keep Iowa Republican because hog shit.
Or if not Republican, neoliberal who won't do anything to stand up to the Farm Bureau.
Dude, that's what the neoliberal candidates are. People are pissed right now, guys, because you did all the Republican shit. So let us take over for 4 years, and we'll do some SJW. Throw them a tiny, tiny incy bone that they won't even... But we'll make a big news line about it, and we'll simmer it down a little bit, so when you guys get back in, you'll have another solid 8 years of fucking them. You know? So, but this is a big deal. This is another little victory, because this is great, man, and I think she can win, and we'll have to keep our eyes peeled.
I mean, she's fiery. Like, she's mad. She's got anger when she... You know what I mean? Like, that's her way of...
100%, dude.
Like, it's angry, and I think people want that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why when Bernie was critiqued for being too angry, I'm like, what the fuck you...
This is what I want.
Yeah, and I do think that's what people want. That's just a corporate media critique that they're full of shit. Because even Donald Trump kind of has that angry, like... Especially when he was campaigning, like, calling out the
and his has
war.
that nice sarcastic tint to it that people love. So.
Whereas Bernie's... I don't know, Bernie should have went more angry.
I agree.
I'm always going to, like, wonder what should have been...
We'll be 70. Yeah. And he should have been more angry.
Should have called Joe a pedo.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I have to piss again because I drank way too much coffee. So, there's a couple of little victory stories for you guys to keep you motivated. Get out there if you're doing the Black Lives Matter thing. Solidarity. Don't stop until we see some real fucking change. And once we get there, let's transition this over into the other movements, the working solidarity movement. So, yeah, like I said, guys, there's a couple of good stories to motivate you and get some hope, a little hope, a spark of hope after the defeat of Bernie, right? So that's great. Again, guys, if you like the merch, the Medicare for All mask, so you can rep the way this country needs to go, you can check out Lexi B Crafting. I'll drop the information down below. We still got that MK Ultra, the Bad Trip episode on the Patreon, guys. Please become a patron, $3 a month, and you can access a bunch of stuff on there, including those free episodes, and those exclusive episodes, and we're going to continue to do more of that for you guys. So glad to have you back in here, Johnny, and I'm ready to start a new groove. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next week. All right, take it easy. Bye.